And are you Miss Moore?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you entered into a plea yesterday. The court accepted your plea. The court entered a legal sentence. Are you seeking to withdraw that plea?
Yes. Yes. Ma'am.
State, the court entered a legal sentence. Are you asking or agreeing to the withdrawal of the plea?
Yes, sir.
And I shouldn't say withdrawal of the plea, but you're asking that the sentence be reconsidered,
Yes, sir.
and you all have reached an alternative agreement.
That is correct.
So the previous rights that the court gave you yesterday, those are still in effect. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So according to this new plea bargain agreement, the state is asking that you be sentenced under 1244, that your punishment be assessed at 21 days in the Bexar County Jail, and there be $1,000 fine. Is that
Right off the bat, notice how confidently she answers here, but pay attention. Because this confidence is about to wobble the moment the judge starts digging into the plea details. Viewers, do you think she fully understood her plea yesterday? Or is this a classic case of I changed my mind overnight?
correct? Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Is that the new plea agreement? Do you understand that to be the new plea agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
And has your attorney explained that to you?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. The court will follow your plea bargain agreement. The court will.
And there it is, this is a huge moment. Withdrawing a plea is not as simple as saying never mind. Courts take this seriously because it affects the entire legal process. For those watching, should people be allowed to walk back a plea the next day? Or is that just asking for chaos in the courtroom?
Find you guilty. All right. Court will find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 21 days in the Bexar County Jail. There's $1,000 fine. Time and money will run concurrently. Give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with HEB in San Antonio, Texas.
This is where the drama kicks in, an alternative plea agreement. These usually happen behind the scenes after some intense negotiation. What do you think changed overnight? Pressure, advice, regret? Let me know in the comments what you think pushed this sudden switch.
And there's to be no employment as a home health care provider. Is there anything else with regards to sentencing? All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. Now that you have a felony conviction, you are not going to be allowed to work in any field that requires you to have a license. Your home health care provider, whoever you work for, they're supposed to run a background check. They're going to see that you have a felony conviction, and they're supposed to proceed accordingly. If they do not proceed accordingly, and if you pick up a theft case from one of the residents, what's going to end up happening is they're going to be sued because they're on notice. And whatever happens to you, happens to you. You cannot go through life building your happiness off somebody else's misery. How old are you? You're 36. You know you're not supposed to be taking things that do not belong to you. And for an adult person to go into HEB, taking a Ninja smoothie machine that somebody tells me they're, I don't know, a hot item, that item is in the misdemeanor territory range. Like if there's the only theft you had, you would have been in misdemeanor court. The reason why you're in felony court for that theft is because you've committed theft 2 times before. And obviously your career is stealing, and that's what you want to do. But what I'm telling you, steal again, you're going to have another felony. You understand? And as I said before, that home health care provider thing, you should not be working there. And people always want to know, why are you not letting me work as a home health care provider? And you know what? If you had a relative who was a child, who was in a facility where they're a vulnerable person, you would not want a felon taking care of them either. Home health care providers, for some reason, these companies have just decided to, we're going to hire anybody, we'll pay them $9 or whatever they're paying. And they just let anybody care for anybody's relatives. And then when stuff gets stolen, yeah, they'll fire you. And then you go to the next place and become another home health care provider. And nobody knows that there's a felon working with their relatives. And sometimes relatives don't care. They're just like out of sight, out of mind. Hopefully my relative is being fine. And then when items comes missing from their relative, people are like, well, did they really have it? They're suffering from dementia. Did they really have it? They really don't know what's going on in their life. So you are not allowed to work as a home health care provider. All right, good luck to you.